Hello guys, si Kesan Veloso ulit ito at welcome sa episode 17 ng laro tayo ng Super Robot Wars Voyage. Tingnan natin yung game natin. Tapos na tayo sa chapter 11. Tapos, nung huling episode pala guys, inayos ko yung yung tack customization natin. So, ito yung pinili ko. So, sa level 1 force boost para all ally pilots gains 2 focus at the start of the ally phase each turn. Tapos tack white bonus kasi to once the map is cleared, receive 10 times the number of downed enemies in tack points. So kung may 10 kalaban na tack points, originally ito pinili ko yung reverse engineering kasi nga 5 times the number 2.5% lang na total yung sa money, tapos yung tack points, kaya lang mas mas valuable ang tack points sa game na to kaysa yung funds Tapos sa level 3 ito pinili ko critical boost para pag gumawa tayo ng critical attack, additional damage. Tapos sa dito ako nahirapan pumili yung level 4. So sa nabasa kong guides, ang pinakamaganda daw dito ito all ally pilots receive plus 10 focus when attacking. Originally ito option din to itong high spirits. All ally pilots receive plus 1 extra count. Ito man yung extra count na yun, yung sa pala yan, yung EX counter para sa EX commands. Okay siya, kaya lang pag nag-new game plus daw yan ang pinipili ng mga ibang players So ito na lang muna para umpisa pa lang heavy damage kagad tayo. So tapos ito pa isang napansin ko dito buti nakalusot to sa sa teen rating. Ayun, tsura kasi, ano ba yan? Mga Hapon talaga, hilig sa ganyan. Okay, so anyway. Okay, start na natin to susunod na chapter. Scenario 12. Ito medyo mahirap din, medyo complicated din yung nito para makuha yung skill points pero subukan, tingnan natin. The Shiko P Bridge. That concludes my report on atmospheric activity. Nice work as always, Captain. But I wasn't able to stop the Martian successors from revolting. I won't gloss things over. It's true, it's a shame that had to happen, but I think you did what you could. With the Earth Federation forces in disarray, we couldn't honestly have hoped to predict enemy movements well. What's more important right now is that we found people within the organization we can trust. That's a big step. You mean the Brave Express Corps? Yes, although it affirms what Kusakabe said, that there's a fair amount of dissent among the Earth Federation forces' own ranks. They won't necessarily openly express their disagreement, but they'll quietly assess the situation as they support the Martian successors from the shadows. What's more, if fighting takes a turn in their favor, that's when they may well go into action and start defecting. A lot of these soldiers still carry traumas from past conflicts. Some were involved in plant fighting. Others the Lizard War. Others the rise of the ALOS. Yan, bago yan ALOS. An autonomous peacekeeping force within the Earth Federation forces. They had super legal authority beyond that of regular forces, and they were given priority with deployment of state-of-the-art equipment. Under the will of the human controlling innovate Ribbons Allmark They suppressed small countries and packets of resistance that opposed the Earth Federation. Later, they also gained the right of overall command of regular forces. When Celestial Being defeated the Innovates, the Earth Federation forces were reorganized and the ALOS were disbanded. Okay, malalim yun ha. Saang anime kaya nila kinuha yun? Isa sa mga series dito yun eh. It's not just people in the military. Everyone is really on edge and distrustful of each other. And the Martian successors project themselves as the ones who will do away with such tension. That's definitely Kusakabe's style. He's always got to steer up the pot however he can. Side with the Martian successors and all your troubles, all your worries will disappear. So the rhetoric goes. But the world's not that simple, not by a long shot. Not everyone is so easily swayed. However, there are still people out there trying to go about their everyday business as usual. As normal. I think it would be worth trying to reach out to such people so that the Shiko can be that much stronger. I said it when this squad was first founded, and I'll say it again. I'll let you handle it as you see fit. Contact anyone you think can help, even if maybe they operate a little outside the law. Thank you, sir. Actually, before you go, there's one other thing I'd like to address as we continue on our mission. Is it about Akito? Yes, I know he has his own opinion on things, so I won't say anything. Just because I'm his father-in-law, but there is one thing I'd like you to tell him. What would that be? I'd love to have another bowl of his ramen someday. Kasi nga sa sa actual anime tsaka sa sa Super Robot Wars A Portable, nakita natin na cook talaga siyan sa puso ni Akito, talagang gusto niya maging cook. At saka kaya pala medyo emo ang dating nitong Akito dito sa game na to. Ibang ibang nadishiko na to, hindi na to yung actual anime. Piningis na nila to sa sumunod na sequel, kumbaga sequel series or OVA, yung nadishiko the motion picture. So yun, iba na yung tono nun ginawa nilang movie. I'd love to have another bowl of his ramen someday. Understood. I'll make sure that gets to him. At saka nga pala guys, Steam Summer Sale ngayon kaya nakabili na rin ako na in preparation. Nakabili na rin ako ng Super Robot Wars X. Yung second game sa trilogy na to, kaya lang yung T talaga hindi available sa Steam Available lang siya sa Switch tsaka PS4, PS5. So, dumakabili lang kahit ano gawin ko. Yun naman pinakabagong Super Robot Wars, yung 30th. Sobra namang mahal. Kahit na summer sale lang, mahal pa rin. So, kaya hindi mo na ako bibili, siguro mga 2 o 3 taon pa bago ako makabili nun. So, anyway, tuloy natin to. Tatsu's house. So you're going to take off? I guess there's no way I can make you stay. No, sorry. The Yamato's headed right this way. I can't exactly just let it pass by. I want to help the Nadeshiko get rid of those Martial whatever they are. The guys that took it over in the first place. Alright, I can tell you made up your mind. Just try to stay in one piece, okay, CRV? Yeah, of course. Thanks for everything. Everything you've done for me. I really owe you one. And you're something special yourself, you know. Do me a favor though. If it's not too much to ask, give those guys raising hell for the greater good a real butt kicking for me when you find them, alright? I can do that. But before I go, I need to ask you something too. Can I still have Chitose here with you? I need to go alone. Oh, kahit ako ayoko rin naman talaga kay Chitose Sige, iwan na lang dyan. What? I don't mind, but you should talk to her. Yeah, CRB, I don't understand. Ayoko sa'yo, peste kang bitch ka. It's just the way things are. I'm sorry, I asked Izumi to try and find you some sort of a job. So I'm sure she'll hook you up with something something soon. But what about you? Ano ba si Nine? Ano ba si Nine? Mas useful pa si Nine kesa sa'yo eh. I'll be fine, Chitose. Don't worry about me. You shouldn't have to fight anymore. It's almost destiny that both of us came to this world. Don't waste this chance. Just keep on living. I'm sorry, CRV. It's a lot to process. Don't cry. It's bad luck. Hey, don't cry. It's bad luck to have someone crying right before a man takes off, you know. Ano ba yan? Isa na naman sa mga sa mga dito, yung reference sa culture ng Japan. Wala akong narinig na ganyan. Dito sa atin, huwag kang iyak dahil wala kang kwenta. Pag umiyak ka, mahina ka. Ano ba yan? I better get going now. Once I take back the Yamato, I'll really think about what I'm going to do with my own life. Not that I know how to do anything other than to fight. At least wala na sa atin yung pesting Chitose na yan. But the Shiko B Bridge. It's good you want to bring more people to our side. And all. But how are you actually going to do it, Ruri? We have a couple of options. But first, there's someone I want to try reaching out to first. Oh, who are you thinking? Celestial being. Sino yun? A private military organization that possesses Gundam. It was first founded by engineer and biologist Aeolia Schanberg from the 21st to 22nd century. It proclaimed its aim to be the elimination of wars and conducted military interventions in all areas of conflict. The organization comprised Gundam Meisters, who piloted Gundams, together with the crew and support teams of their carriers. They also possessed the quantum supercomputer Vida. Although Celestial Being was destroyed by the forces of the three world powers, because the world united in the effort to oppose the existence of Celestial Being, it in a sense achieved its aim. However, a newborn Earth Federation was under the control of Innovates, and Celestial Being again started its operations to counter distortions in world power. Okay. So mga taga-Gundam pala 'yon, pero saang side 'yun? Medyo bago eh. Hindi ako familiar doon sa term na 'yan. So what? Have you lost your mind? You just always have to dive right into the deep end. No, I think it's the right call. I'm sorry, but what do you know? You've been here in this world for all of 2 weeks. Come on, Ryoko. I thought I told you to stop treating me like the new guy so much. I just think this is a really good chance for us to gather some intel. I mean, the people at Celestial Being are the ones who put the A-laws in their place, right? They look like pretty good guys to me, at least. Do you hear what you're saying, CRV? Oh boy, here we go again. CRV, if I may ask, would you mind telling me how you know about Celestial Being? Through Celestial Being, the movie. Ano ba yan? An action film made after the downfall of A-laws. It contained much propaganda content, laying blame for the scandals of the Earth Federation upon A-laws and those who were behind them, depicting Celestial Being as defeating them. The mastermind behind A-laws was shown as Alejandro Corner, former United Nations ambassador, whose actions were controlled by the Innovate Ribbons Allmark. Rather than recounting events realistically, the film emphasized heroic aspects, and the Celestial Being members were depicted with fictional personalities. For those involved in the events depicted, the overacting and glorification were bittersweet. Why am I not surprised? Maybe nobody's told you this, kid, But well, that movie is government propaganda made to sweep the ALOS city reputation and history under the rug. What? Seriously? I had no idea. It's pretty obvious. You must just be super dense. I'm not dense. I just thought that it was like, you know, normal to see guys out and about trying to make the world a better place. I don't know. I mean, what about Maito? Those guys remind me a lot of him. Maito is different. I mean that in a good way. But not everyone who can be like him and not everyone can be like him and his crew. Oh yeah? Where is he? He said he had things to do with the Brave Express Corps, and he'll be coming. He'll become. Ano ba yung translation na yan? And he'll be coming back dapat yan eh. Once they're done. I just can't get over the fact that CRV here actually took that movie at face value. Wow. Okay, I get it. Maybe I still have stuff to learn here. Looking at the situation rationally, I actually believe that it is natural to view celestial being positively. After all, very little information about them has ever been declassified and made available to the public. Andali lang guys ha. Okay, tuloy natin. Additionally, our own Earth that we lived in is nearly in ruins. We are not accustomed to such entertainment. See, 9 gets it. Have you seen that movie too, 9? Yes, although I always understood that it was fiction from the very beginning. And here I thought you were on my side. If we could return to our previous discussion now. Seeing as neither CRV nor 9 are from here, I believe it's critical that we educate you too about celestial being and the history of the dimensions. This dimension, which Yamato was thrown to from out of a dimensional rift, is currently enjoying a time of peace, though it faced large-scale wars only years ago. The main incidents during that time were as follows. 003 years ago, war breaks out between nations of Earth and Plant after the Bloody Valentine incident. At the same time, the Earth Alliance and the Jovian Federation declared war on each other, Lizard War. Meanwhile, the Meganoid Rebellion kicks off behind the scenes. Celestial Being steps in to intervene on all fronts. The leader of the Earth Alliance, Alejandro Corner, and the leader of Plant, Patrick Zala, are both killed, and after the hot-blooded coup d'etat within the Jovian Federation, all conflicts came to an end, with all players suffering casualties. After the wars, the Earth Federation is established. 0001 years ago, the Earth Federation forces Autonomous Peacekeeping Force ALOS. ALOS ang tawag dito, pero doon sa mga ibang game, binasa nila doon sa doon sa main Gundam timeline, yung Londo Bell. makes its appearance. War breaks out between the Earth Federation and Plant. Alos is revealed to be just a puppet for Logos and the Innovates, who outwitted Embryo, and a civil war breaks out among the Earth Federation. During this conflict, Gaizok also launches an attack. Andito rin yung mga Gaizok, so yun sila, yung Zambot tree. The newly restarted Celestial Being, the reformed Nadeshika Squad, the forces of Orb, and others all put an end to the battles. Okay Di parang rin pala to, parang Super Robot Wars A portable din. Kasi andito rin yung mga taga Nadeshika eh. Yeah, please. Celestial Being is a private armed organization that was founded centuries ago by a genius scientist, Aeolia Schenberg. Schenberg's intentions were straightforward, but grand. He thought the elimination of all war from the world. He sought to end all war by all war by dapat mo BS yun eh. He sought to end all wars by force using Gundams, powerful mobile suits built on technology far beyond its time. That still sounds like the movie. How is that not no good? On paper, his methods might sound good, but in practice, they amount to holding the entire world at gunpoint. Whenever a conflict would be taking place, his people would swoop in as a neutral third party and end the fighting by beating both sides into submission. That's a pretty rough approach. Oo nga, kasi kung ayaw nila kumampi sa'yo, bugbugin mo na lang. Ano ba yan? At the time Celestial being was founded, tension ran high between coordinators and new naturals. Ano to? Gundam Seed yan. Yung mga coordinators and naturals. Sa Gundam Seed, ano yan? Yan ang counterpart ng new type tsaka normal people. Coordinators are people with genetic enhancements, while naturals are those with unmodified genes, right? That's a big hurdle to cross for both sides, I bet. Indeed, eventually, Celestial Being's interventions diminished the strength of the Atlantic Federation, who until then was the world's strongest superpower. This created a void in power, which a group of coordinators called SAFT, ayan, Gundam Seed nga pala yun. So malamang nandito yung Gundam Seed din, took advantage of to declare global war. Meanwhile, there was also the anti-Earth Jupiter's Spear, alliance of Ganymede, Callisto, Europa, and other planetoid nations, conspiring to attack Earth as well. You probably know it better as the Jovian Federation. Oh, the Lizard War, the last Nadeshiko, the Lizard War. The last Nadeshiko was in, right? That's not what the Jovians prefer to call it, but yes. Regardless, it plunged the world into a three-way war. It was an extremely chaotic period in our history. In the end, Celestial Being, along with the Nadeshiko and some additional factions, brought the fighting to an end, albeit in a draw for all three sides involved. So itong Celestial Being dito sa game na to counterpart ng Lontobel. So nobody even came out on top? Damn! After the war ended, the nations of Earth all united under one banner and gave rise to the Earth Federation. Unfortunately, that was ultimately a front for the ALOS and ultimately the Innovates that actually controlled them. The Innovates, I think I've heard that name somewhere before, but I'm not sure where. Officially, their stated purpose was to revolutionize human existence, but in reality, they were artificial people created by Aeolia to bring about innovation. Aeolia, as in Aeolia Schoenberg, the guy who created Celestial Being in the first place? That's right, it's only speculation, but it seems that innovation was meant to entail humanity being brought to the next step in its overall evolution. O yun nga, gagawa ng new type, and the ones who would lead the way, they're called innovators. So that's where the name Innovates came from. Anyway, amidst all that fighting, Celestial Being was nearly wiped out. It eventually made a comeback to put a stop to the ALOS. But then a new threat arrived. It was the Gaizok, the first alien life form ever encountered, and with them came yet another, and with them came yet more fighting. I think I've heard about those guys before. In some archival material, they sounded like really bad news. Yes, to make matters worse, SAFT attacked the ALOS, who had previously oppressed the coordinators. And I guess that started the last war. That's right, once again, though Celestial Being was able to end the fighting with the help of some outside sympathizers and drive out the Gaizok. At long last, we thought peace had returned to our troubled planet, but in reality, the Martian successors were preparing for their own uprising. So what's Celestial Being up to these days? Initially, they fought alongside the Earth Federation forces to put down the ALOS, but after the fighting ended, They went off somewhere and simply vanished. Those guys rubbed me the wrong way. They always have, really ever since the Lizard War. Be that as it may, I don't take their actions to mean that they've abandoned their founding principles. They may well view themselves as a sort of catalyst, a harbinger that brought war and chaos to the world. Despite their best intentions, a heavy sin to bear. Their ways are extreme, but they seem genuine at least. And you can bet that they probably won't be able to keep their noses out of the Martian successors forever. Okay, so how do you plan to actually contact them? For starters, I believe it's safe to assume that the Martian successors have been able to keep a close eye on everything we've been up to. I would agree with that assessment. They then use that knowledge to hire terrorists and distract us. They haven't exactly forgotten the fact that they lost to us during the Lizard War, yeah. Indeed, viewed from that lens, we can guess that they're likely planning to assault the Nadeshiko. And when they come out swinging, so will Celestial Being. So basically, we're going to draw Celestial Being out of hiding by using the Martian successors as bait when they try to go after us. Yes, I know it's a significant gamble considering what will happen if Celestial Being doesn't show up, but in the end, I think it's one that we can safely make. If that movie is fiction, then Celestial Beings' Gundam pilots are probably really different in reality. I wonder what the guy in the blue one is like, especially. Kulay blue na Gundam? Ano bang alam kong kulay blue na Gundam? Victory Gundam, Wing Gundam yata eh. Or siguro detail yung mention yung Gundam seed, so malamang yung yung mga taga Gundam seed nandito. Nouvelle Tokyo City jewelry store. Piton. Hindi pa naging Louis, ano? Yes. Purloin every last thing inside. My kittens. Leave no precious stone unturned. If you can see it, it's up for grabs and all mine. Yes, Lady Catherine. Right away. Catgirl. Tama ba? Tama, Catgirl. Oh, I just love a good jewel heist. The world is truly an oyster, and what do you know? Oysters make pearls, which should all belong to me, too. Oh, Lady Catherine, we need to be careful. Somebody's coming right this way. What? This whole area is supposed to be sealed off tighter than a cat's claws on a scratching post. I thought my cat girls were better lookouts. Perhaps the cops here are more clever than I thought. Actually, my lady keeps... Hold it right there, pink cat. Catherine Beaton's International Think Gang, which is composed entirely of women who dress up in men's clothes and masks and call themselves cat girls. They'll do anything they have to in order to get their paws on what their boss Catherine wants, whether it's a jewel or the ingredients to a youth rejuvenation elixir. Okay, yeah. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Can it, pink cat, or should I call you Catherine Beaton, the shapeless cat burglar? We, the Brave Express Corps, have come on behalf of the police to arrest you and your nefarious kittens. Ugh, you're always such a nuisance. Leave me alone. If you think you can stop me on my path to becoming the world's richest millionaire boy, let me tell you, you've got another thing coming. You know, an even bigger number than a million is a bill Who cares about your top math? All I want is to be rich. I'm sorry to interrupt, Lady Catherine, but our jewel acquisition team was just captured by the Brave Express Corps, giant robots. What? You've got to be kidding me. Well, I suppose that leaves me with no other choice. Oh no, you don't, Pink Cat. Don't think you'll get away from me this time, you feisty feline. Wahahaha. What? What's going on? What are you doing? If you thought my kittens and I were just pretty crooks, you could whisk her off to jail. You could whisk her off to jail. Think again, boy. Audrey, is everything set? Yes, my lady. We're ready to strike on your command. Holy cow, that's one heck of an explosion. Oh, how quickly the tables have turned, haven't they? It's the dawn of a new day, a day where I'll crush. So yung combat natin dito, Speller of Chaos. What? Since when did you have such big robots? Wow, they're beautiful little darlings, aren't they? This is all thanks to my wonderful new sponsor. I couldn't have built all these without their help. Sponsor? You? Who would ever? Sorry, boy. That's private. My lips are sealed. I can't possibly ever let that cat out of the bag. My lady, shall we get going? Yes, I think so. See you around, twerp. You better run before I can get my claws on you, you little rodent. Crap, if I don't act fast, this whole area will... Not to worry, Maito. The cavalry has arrived. It's the Chico. I think I get what's going on here. Those robots seem to belong to those thieves Maito's been going after. Right, and they could even be working with the Martian successors, just like that diversionary squad earlier. Maito, let's meet up with the Chico for the time being. Alright, let's go. Captain, another enemy squad is approaching. Is it the Martian successors? No, it's... Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not Martian successors. I think they're separate from that pink group too. Ho ho ho. Good to see you here, Pink Cat. Hoy, no Lu. Hoy, Kaulu. Ito sa pangalan, ah. Is that... It can't be. Is that you, Hoy? Hoy, Kaulu? The one and only. I felt it was only right that I come lend you a hand. Great. But just to be clear, I'm not paying you anything. That's fine. I came here because my sponsor asked to anyway, so I asked me to anyway. So I'm happy to work for free. Besides, this is a great chance to show off the might of my unstoppable powers of so everybody wins. I see you're as opportunistic as you're as opportunistic a businessman as ever. Of course, you've got to be if you're in the business of global arms dealing and want to get rich off of it too. Master Hoy, I believe that ship across the way is the Nobishiko. Perfect. If we can deal a big blow to Nergal, our mechas are sure to soar in popularity overnight. No more army can hope to topple my Pausu. They'll be on top of the novel Tokyo Times bestseller list. Captain, we've successfully retrieved the game. Good. So, ano na, deploy na tayo dito. Teka. Suspend ko muna. So, selection. Ano yung objective? Defeat all enemies. Allied battleship executed. Defeat 8 enemy units within 4 turns. So, ito nga, medyo mahirap to dahil nabasa ko na nga yan eh. So, anyway. Sorting units. Ilan lahat ba pwede? Okay, lahat pwede. So, this one. So that's the night game I've heard so much about. It looks like a very formidable machine master. I'm sure its pilot is quite a big, surly man too. Yes, I can't wait to see his mug for myself when we win. I hope you two are listening out there, Pink Cat and Hoi Cow Lee. The world's got enough trouble as it is dealing with the Martian successors, declaring war without you two making it even worse. You won't get away with this. Ganito, look over there. Oh no, somebody's still trapped in here. Ganito, you're going too far forward. Pull back. I can't. They could get hurt if I don't help. Ganito, is that you piloting that robot? It is you. It is you, isn't it? Ito na naman si Sally na naman, pasaway talaga to. Yeah, it's me. Are you all alright, Sally? I'm fine, but Tetsuya twisted his ankle. Andito si Tetsu. Ay ba? Kala ko si Tetsuya ng si Tetsuya Tsurugi. But I'm okay, Sally. Really, it'll take a lot more than this for me to give up. Sally, you need to take your brother and get out of here. I'll distract the enemy while you run. Okay, thanks. He might gain his headed straight for enemy territory. At this rate, he is sure to sustain heavy enemy fire. Naito knows that. I'm sure he does. He's just being the big hero that he is. Man, Naito, you've got real guts. I'll give you that. You go on ahead. We'll cover you, kid. Thanks, guys. I won't let you down. Then I suppose that settles it. All units, eliminate the opposition as swiftly as possible. Furthermore, Harry, I have a special job for you to do. Yes, Captain? Ready or not, evildoers, here we come. You don't stand a ghost of a chance while the bravest Express Corps and the Nadishiko are on the scene. So, yun pa rin yung yun nga. Defeat all enemies in 4 turns. Teka, save ko muna. Spend. Sa'yo na muna. Saan ba sila? Saan lang ba? Nasa malayo yung iba. Taka. Sige. Ikaw muna. Axel. Wala. Drive pulsor. Wala na munang wala na munang spirit command.
悪事に身を染めた報いを受けてもらう。ガイ、動輪剣で一気に片付けるぞ。了解。動輪剣。くらえ。せい。
halos kalahati.
いかん、想定外の事態だ。お前たちはカトリーヌ様の美意識に反する。カトリーヌ様考案の必殺技、受けてみるがいい。
悪の攻撃など私には通用しない。
Kasi yung Axel. Anyway, doon sa guide na winasa ko, ganito yung strategy dapat eh. Yung battleship sorting method. Medyo magastos eh. Ito na lang muna.
猫の爪の鋭さを教えてやろう。カトリーヌ様考案の必殺技、受けてみるがいい。
犯罪者ここまでの力を持つなんて。犯罪者を懲らしめるのも勇者特急隊の使命だ。切り裂けマイティースライサー。
これがスーパーロボットのパワーか。
Pwede tumira sa distance yan, unang target. Okay. Sortie. Bang rain muna. Ano, may bago na ba spirit? Ay, charge. Na, ito muna. Medyo matipid.
遅いんだよ。
ここは私に任せておけ。反応が鈍い。どこをやられた。逃げられると思うな。スペシャルダイヤモンドアタックで粉々にしてやる。
Meron ka na. Just na support
ang patawan lang tayo.
Okay lang. Kumanan dalawa. Yung ano, yung naman kasama niya na. Gain. Gain. Fine. Ayun eh, kung mag-support man, gets ka niyan. Two for one, panigkataon.
悪事のお仕置きをしてやるぜ。とっておきを見せてやる。
ここは私に任せておけ。
フライボンバードプレット。そいや。
カトリーヌ様、申し訳ありません。
Umepal ka,
パワー頼みのロボットに負けるものか。スペシャルダイヤモンドアタックで粉々にしてやる。
Okay lang yan.
ライト根性さえ入れればこんな攻撃なんだ。この戦い俺が引き受ける。マイティバルカンだガイ。そこがマイティバルカン。
おのれ、
Tuluyan.
もう許さんぞ、マイトガイ。
Ano yung partner niya? Guard diver. Tapos natanggal natin ito isang to. Sana mag-crit. Para at least dalawa na kagad yung napatay natin. 6 na lang.
人命を守るためにもこの戦い負けるわけにはいかない。
これがスーパーロボットのパワーか。欲しいものは力ずくでも手に入れる。くらえ、スペシャルダイヤモンドアタック。
Diamond attack.
こんな攻撃では何回やっても無駄だ。
Yung dalawang ano naman, Isbalis.
Sa sa to お縄に突きやがれ、この犯罪者が。
Timer na.
俺のエステは寄った方が強いんだよ。
Kasi na natin itong turn na ito, save natin. Ayoko na ng mahaba episodes.
ディストーションフィールド全開。よっしゃー。
Hindi pa na-blue yan, pero ano,
この程度ならばまだ戦闘は可能だ。お前の存在はカトリーヌ様の美容の大敵だ。食らえ、スペシャルダイヤモンドアタック。出直してきやがれ、へったくそが。
Patay niya. Ito muna. Ito na lang. Ganun din eh. Pusin na natin itong turn na to. Save na natin.
しっかり働きますかね。
この代償は高くつくと思え。お前たちのカトリーヌ様はご立腹だ。食らえ、スペシャルダイヤモンドアタック。
悪いね、エスペちゃん。
Sige, banata mo na at least. Ano lang muna. Kalat natin. Kailangan marami tayong mapatay eh.
平和を脅かす犯罪者は私が相手になる。こいつを食らえ。降臨剣。
名前以上にスーパーな攻撃だ。カトリーヌ様の願いを叶えることが我らの至上の喜び。スペシャルダイヤモンドアタックで粉々にしてやる。
悪の攻撃に屈するわけにはいかない。
yung turn. Hopefully kaya natin yan. 2 turns pa naman. Overkill na yan. Saka magastos. Ito lang pwede na eh. Ay! Sige. Magastos kasi okay nga pwede na pero naman na. Ito na lang muna signal beam.
パワー頼みのロボットに負けるものか。カトリーヌ様考案の必殺技受けてみるがいい。
まだまだ
勇者特急隊は超特急で進むぞ。正義の力をお前のハートに焼き付けてやる。今だガイン、撃て。シグナルビーム。
pa nag-full crit.
センサーの半分が使えなくなった。
Okay, at least natanggal na. Turn lang, pwede na. Kasi ito, end na natin yung turn. Yung episode.
カトリーヌ様の願いを叶えることが我らの至上の喜び。カトリーヌ様考案の必殺技受けてみるがいい。
エステちゃんを傷もんにはできないんでね。打ちまくってやるぜ。
すまない、あとは頼んだぞ。
Nasa tatlong turn na lang. Lana, deads ka na. Harry, make sure you don't neglect surveillance along the ship's stern. Yes, Captain. There's a good chance the enemy may well have us. There's a good chance the enemy may well have struck Nouvelle Tokyo City to keep us occupied in this mission. Not that it really matters, now that we're in the middle of fighting. All we can do is gather our forces and ward off the enemy as best as we can.
Know it? 花泥棒は罪にならないんだ。カトリーヌ様考案の必殺技受けてみるがいい。
なでしこはそれなりに頑丈ですから。
Walang kwenta.
外したらお仕置きです、ハーリー君。
ダメだ、相手が強すぎた。
Malapit kayo. Pag natin check natin tactical report. Yan ang kills natin. Tatlo pa lang, kailan pa natin ang 5. At least yung tatlong yan. Tapos ito pa. Hopefully magawa natin. Ano pa naman eh. 3 turns pa. So suspend natin pero gawa tayo ng bagong file. Mahirap na eh. Ito natin muna yung episode dito guys. Teka.
Yo, 歌姫。何ヒルダ、懲りずに喧嘩売るつもり？その面買う気満々じゃねえかよ。格納庫へ来いよ。決着をつけようぜ。
Hindi ako familiar sa anime na to ah.
プレイヤーのみんな、
Bago na naman.
そういうわけで私たちもちょっと席を外すね。ゲームを再開した時は私とアンジのどっちかがいないかもしれねえぞ。
Talaga lang ah. Hindi ko pa nga kayo na-encounter eh. Kaya Sean Velasco signing off guys. Next episode na lang ulit.